Hey, it's me, your favorite black boy, Sanju, here with Doka and Hausan,
Hey
Yo, yo,
guys.
I bet fucking.
Okay.
and I'm sick. I'm sick as
That's
fuck,
fine,
man.
bro.
You
We're all
sick?
sick.
You down with the sickness?
I'm down with the sickness,
Buddy.
Oh,
dude.
you sick with the downness?
Hey, I'm Housen, and we have our other co-host Doka.
I thought I was already introduced, but thank you, Hosen. I appreciate
Anyways,
you.
Hausen.
Anyway,
Hausen, what's today's topic? What's today's cup of the day? What's today's quote special of the day? What's today's
okay. Well, Doka, do
newsstand?
you actually have a cup of the day, Doka, or no?
If I haven't repeated in the last podcast,
Water.
my boy Hosen has not taken me out on a date.
Oh my
He's just been
god.
neglecting me. He's just been neglecting me. Obviously, Hosen has a life. He's been busy doing his thing, his own thing. So no, I do not have a cup of the day. I'm sorry. If you're honestly a viewer who really gives a shit about the cup of the day, I apologize.
Um, it's gonna be shitty, I guess, a cup of the day, but try some cold brew, some regular cold brew,
What do you mean by
change it
that?
up a
What is
bit.
that? What is cold brew?
Cold brew coffee, I do not recommend you getting it from Dunkin' Donuts, but like probably from Starbucks if anything, if they have it, because
Starbucks.
every Starbucks I've been to that, you know,
Yo, real
the
quick,
cold brew it just is not available. Apparently, I was like, why? Why not?
a little Doka rant. I fucking hate Dunkin' Donuts coffee. Except the only exception is the iced coffee.
I actually like frappes from McDonald's. That's the only coffee I enjoy drinking and consuming. And I don't know why. I love that shit.
That's fair. I also enjoy
genuinely
that.
love that. I used to actually go to McDonald's only to get that and then leave and go to go get actual
Wow.
food. Cause like their food is like fucking genetically engineered to kill you. Like the fuck,
McDonald's?
bro.
Yeah, that's it.
Actually, here's the newsstand. So there's a
Okay.
Let me see
McDonald's.
a link first. Let me see a link first.
No way, I'll
Take
put
it
the link
away.
up. But there's a McDonald's, right? There used to be McDonald's in Finland, or is this Iceland? I think it's Iceland. And it was they like for some reason McDonald's just stopped selling in burgers and shit over there, right? I think it was banned or some shit, but yeah, the McDonald's was closed. All over there were closed, and Iceland, where as they were closing, one of the last burgers and McDonald's that was sold, and the fries, some dude bought it, and he then kept it on display in a glass box, right? And after a while, niggas started noticing how like the fries and the burger didn't really like, you know,
Deteriorate.
yeah, like it didn't rot, and niggas was like, what the fuck? And
That's fucking gross.
and it's
I
like
mean, what?
it's weird, like it's really weird.
I think it's Iceland.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
have it.
Iceland is
Yeah.
Iceland is banned. North Korea obviously banned.
I mean, yeah, it's
Yemen,
been, but yeah,
Iran
like,
obviously.
they have
for
it over
obvious
there,
reason.
and they had to like change how they have it or like how they like contained it because fucking niggas used to take a sneak and like eat some of the fries and then get fucking sick as shit because the fries just like looked like edible still. And I think right now they're like in one of the national museums, and it's just like, what the fuck? It is something else too. There's
That
another
just sounds
dude.
bad.
That's fucking gross.
There's another dude that in I think New Zealand. He had a burger. He went to McDonald's, got a burger, a Big Mac, I think, or a quarter pounder. I think it was quarter pounder. He got it, and his they got it when they were having a house party because they were going out for food, and one of the people there was like, hey, bring me back a Big Mac or a quarter pounder. So they got the quarter pounder from McDonald's, brought it back, and they looked around for the dude, couldn't find him, so they left it by where he was standing, which was like the corner of their fence. They woke up, forgot about it for like a couple of days, and realized that it was still there. They opened it, and the burger was like genuinely like still good and look rot. So they left it there again, and then they forgot about it for like another 5 to 10 years. And it's still, I think it's still there right now. I don't know if they moved it or threw it out or sold it, but it's still, it was like pretty good for a long period of time. Like it was like over 5 years. And when McDonald's asked a statement, I think their official statement was something along the lines of like, in the right environment, oh here it is, in the right environment, our burgers, like most other foods, could decompose, but without moisture in the environment, they would be unlikely to grow mold or bacteria or decompose, which was, in my opinion, complete bullshit. Because what the fuck?
Yep. That, bro.
You just haven't been hitting it right. You know what I'm saying?
Ew. That's first off. And second off, bro, that doesn't even sound good, bro.
Bro,
that shit doesn't deteriorate.
Disgusting.
You gonna eat it, bro?
Yeah, I'm still down for a Big Mac.
I bet.
And a quarter pounder.
Okay. Yeah, right now after this, I bet.
Hell yeah, let's go.
Oh shit.
But yeah, I think
Ew.
there was another source that said like their food was so saturated in salts, that's why it doesn't decompose. But it's like, it's a fucking burger. How does it not decompose? What's in that burger that it's still cool, like it's chilling?
I would love to know, but
Yeah.
sadly, the world will never know.
That was their statement. That statement is specifically about the Iceland one. The Australian one, because it's like obviously hotter in Australia, I don't know what they said. I think the salt statement is what they said for Australia, but you know, they didn't really know. Nobody could really say anything.
Anything to save their ass, I guess.
Yeah, it was kind of funny actually. There's like a couple of other stories like that. I think one person like left McDonald's in the back of their freezer for a period of time, but then they got into a divorce. They left it for their husband, and they got a divorce and completely forgot it was there until they cleaned out their freezer and saw it was still there like 10 years later when they moved, and it was just like, what the fuck? And it's like still the same. It's perfectly like not decomposed, which is weird.
I want to know if it's the same for like maybe a frappe, you know,
It's to
like
die for, bro.
I feel like
or
it's not.
you know, for like an apple pie. Like I would definitely want to know if it like deteriorates, you know.
It might be the same for an apple pie. Who knows?
Damn. No more apple pies, I guess. No more
No
fraps.
more apple pies.
Frappes.
Oh, I'm a fap, alright.
Wait, what?
What?
Oh, what? Anyway,
That was our newsstand. Yeah, thank you for listening on that.
thank you, Sanju.
I'm not putting any edits. Fuck the newsstand. I don't even like it anymore.
Oh, okay, bet.
Eat my ass.
So, bet. I guess the main arcing topic would be influence, right? Influences, plural, singular, whichever you want to take it as. But I wanted to ask you guys, are you still you, or do you let the influences around you affect you? So whoever wants to answer first, go ahead. If you still gotta think about it, let me know.
Personally, I view myself as like a creative person. I like to write stories, and I'm also trying to make my own short film. Senju Productions, Studio for Senju. Link in the bio. It's not, but yeah, I'm working on shit like that because that's how I personally express myself, which is writing stories. And to write stories, you kind of have to take influences from all around you. So like even the most recent project I'm working on right now, that I hope that could be done and like be ready to ship by the end of the year, hopefully, who knows, but it's called What You Want, which is literally based on and influenced by a situation I went through like 2 years ago. And I have sat down with a ton of people, spoken to a ton of people, and had people like critique it, talk shit about it, love it, praise it, and I kept working and rewriting shit, And there was one of my friends that pointed something out to me about how I wrote a specific thing, and I changed my entire attitude about it. And I was like, oh yeah, you're right, maybe I should do that. Or maybe, you're wrong and I should do this. And it's just the influences in my life that I think are positive, at the least, have been the friends of mine that, they don't hide themselves, or they don't pretend to be some other shit, or they're not pretentious. Yeah, I think pretentious might be the right word. They're not a pretentious group of people. And I guess overall is the best way to say it, is like from my genuine passion to the people that I keep around me. Like I am constantly being influenced by them, and from the way they act to the way they talk to the way we treat each other, that's how we are. And I do feel like while I may be similar to the person I was before, the person I am right now could not exist without the friends that I've made along the ways. Even without these two dickheads right here, I don't think I'd
Oh
be the
my
same
god,
person
you're welcome,
I'm a
bro.
if I never met
dickhead.
them. Yeah, you are. That's why the top of your head got that little the slit in the top.
Oh
Yeah,
Word
wow,
shit, I didn't know we were unicorns, bro. That's crazy.
I said the slit,
even
not the.
better.
But yeah, like as I said, it feels like you're influenced by a lot of things. It's more about what you allow to influence you or what you accept as an influence. Because you could definitely see things and experience things and be like, I'm not gonna let that shit phase me. But it's totally up to whoever and the person themselves.
How cute. Doka, thoughts?
For me, I would say that I'm definitely influenced by the people I surround myself by, and not even like by the people I surround myself by. I'm like influenced by people I don't even know. I could be, for example, I could walk down the street, see someone's clothing, and be like, "Yo, that man got drip," and I'll be like, "Yo, I want to do something with that. I could do something similar." You know, it's an influence on me and on my behalf. But in terms of like being personal, other than that, uh, friends, family, those around me, they have definitely influenced me to do better with my life. Um, Obviously, not be a lazy piece of shit. Get a job, make a better living for myself. Um, I had a conversation with a good friend. Hi, Ivan, that's for you, baby. Um, and he was telling me, he asked me, "Yo, what are you gonna do with your life? What are you gonna do for yourself?" I was like asking other like some bullshit questions. I can honestly say that. Hopefully he remembers. If not, that's fine as well. Um, he's like, "What are you gonna do with your life? What are you gonna do for yourself?" I was like, "I don't know. I genuinely don't know." I told him like I like the back seat and like see what other people do, and maybe I could take from that, from what they learn, so on and so forth. Um, and he just kept trying to like change my mind and tell me like what do you see yourself as, things like that, and we had a further conversation with that. um, and I'm thankful for that. That conversation still sticks with me to this day, obviously. um, so very words.
Okay, influential. Okay. For myself, basically, I would like to not really agree, but like kind of disagree. I don't even know if I'm like in the middle, but it's like there are certain people that I let influence me. Like, when like these people talk to me about like, oh, hey, maybe you should do this, maybe consider doing this. It's like, okay, maybe, I don't know. But then it's like, I want to be myself, with my actions. And like, if I mess anything up, okay, like, I'm ready to just take on the challenge and like just take the L, whatever. So I think it's a mix of both, but at the same time, I feel like I don't really let that many people influence me because I'd rather learn for myself. Like that, I feel like that's just who I am. And even when I do let other people influence me, it's like, okay, I need to like kind of push back and I need to understand that I am my own person. So I could say no. I could say thank you for your opinion or thank you for your input, but I don't want to go that way. I don't want to do this and I definitely don't want to do that. So I guess I'm leaning more on the like, I don't really let other people influence me too much. Uh, but yeah, I guess the other question would be, when it comes to your parents, right? Did they kind of force you to go down a certain path and like influence you to like doing what you're doing now, or was it like I'm a rebel against my parents kind of thing? Whoever wants to go first.
I could answer that real quick. I would say, for me, my mom was always there to tell me you could do whatever you want. Just, you know, As long as you can afford it, and you could get your shit together, I don't care what you do. You don't have to go to college. You don't have to go to school. If that's what you want to do, you can do it. That's what she told me. She would critique is like, I don't think that was smart or whatever, or I don't think you should do it that way. And we do bump heads, you know. But overall, my parents has like never like definite like they never like told me, yo, you should be doing this instead of doing that. You're wasting your life, things like that. It's always been like, what are you doing? What like the conversation is, what are you doing? How you want to get there? Things like that. Um, how do you feel? How are you gonna do that in this amount of time? X, Y, and Z. Um, when I was younger, obviously, you know, they're gonna tell you, oh, you should be doing this instead of that because you're a fucking kid. You don't know. I would say you wouldn't know better, you know. But as of now, you know, she's been very supportive. Not too much influence. What the fuck? Can't even say the fucking word. She hasn't like influenced my opinion and like things of how I want to like go forward with my life and other decisions within it. And I'm thankful for that. You know, it's very helpful and it gives me time to fucking grow. You know, I have to grow without her. I have to grow without my father as well. You know, you just it's a part of life. You know, I can't always rely on them, and when it comes down to it, they're not gonna be here that long. So I have to learn on my own, and they're in the back seat. You know what I'm saying? They're in the back seat. They're in the ride from you. They're in the ride. Did that
Okay.
answer your question? Hope that answer your question.
I guess to a degree, you know, it's fine. You know, I still appreciate your answer. You know, overall.
Could you,
No, god damn it,
Anyway,
no.
Could you
Fuck,
repeat the
anyway,
question? 'Cause
Sanju.
I got lost in his answer. I genuinely
the
don't
sauce?
know
Like,
what I just heard.
do you feel like your parents influence you? And if they did, how did that go about? Or were you like, nah, like I think I got it on my own kind of thing?
I got it on me.
I bet.
In terms of, I feel like the most my parents really influenced me was more in the standpoint of watching all their negative actions and kind of like accepting that and realizing that I have to do better, not just for myself but for like my siblings, and you know, in a weird way, like my people, like isn't like, you know, Jamaicans and African Americans or black people, whatever you want to phrase it. Cause I always thought one of the biggest feelings that is like really obvious about African American communities is the home life. If you pay attention to a lot of I guess the best way to put it is like more like, I don't even know what the word is, but yeah, fuck it. But yeah, I guess the best way to put it is like, I just feel like a lot of my experience with my parents have always been relatively negative. I guess in a way they do support me and like go, hey, you know, whatever you want to do in life, you know, you can do it, blah blah blah. But it's like a lot of the shit that does transpire, at least between me and my maternal figure, has always been really accusatory. I don't know what the right one is, but it's always been, you know, kind of just me getting accused of shit simply because he doesn't really understand how I work as a person. Yeah, like as an example, I've been doing, let's say I'm doing like ABC, like let's say I want to become an astronaut, some dumb shit like that, and then I change my mind and I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna be a lawyer. He's like, oh, you chose not to be an astronaut because somebody else didn't want to be an astronaut, and it's like, what the fuck are you talking about right now? The best, like, as an example, it's the best way to explain it is like, I view my parents more as what not to do with not only myself but with kids and the future of myself. Cause I guess in the best way to put it is like the idea of influence from my parents has always so inspired my kind of like tagline or slogan, which is the audacity to be more, you know.
That's not your slogan. Your slogan is fucking drown.
No, that's my podcast
Whoa.
outtake. But yeah,
Basically.
but my idea has always been the audacity to be more, because if you don't have the unbridled sheer stupidity and confidence to go out and do whatever you want to do and take that first step, you're never gonna do it. I saw some shit on TikTok recently. Somebody was like, oh yeah, I took the dumbest decision I ever made in my life was packing my shit up and going to LA. Now I'm gonna start in 2 Netflix specials and I have a Marvel movie edition next week. And I was just like, that's some fucking bullshit. How the fuck this bitch did that? And I was tight. And I realized, like, it's because people, you have to really put yourself out there as a person. You have to put yourself out there as a creative, as a whatever you want to claim yourself to be. We can't always sit here and live our life going, tomorrow I'll do this, tonight I'll do that. If you don't really take the steps to move forward, nothing's gonna happen. You feel me? Like this podcast shit, bro, I've been wanting to give up on it for a minute. I wanted to start a podcast for like 2-3 years, and it's like niggas kept giving up and like not following through. So I just was like, fuck it, I'm gonna do it. Same thing with like a lot of the projects that I'm currently working on, and who knows if it'll bear fruit. I hope it does, but it's like I have to start somewhere. I have to push forward. I have to try. And of course it's scary, but you have to. And the funniest shit is that even that tagline didn't come from my parent. Like it came from the idea of my parents, but it came from some random actor that I met when I was trying acting, and it was really.
Was it Tyler Perry?
It actually wasn't, but because I met him. I forgot his name. He was such a cool guy. He was really chill too, and I hope I could figure his name out one day. But he was really chill and really cool. And
one day,
I could literally find it out in like less than an hour if I try, but I'm not gonna do that right now. But he gave me the idea, and the best influences I can say that I got from my parents was to be better than them, to strive for more than what they are.
Dude, I can hear the mucus and the fucking phlegm coming out your fucking throat. I mean, out your mouth.
Suck it out my throat. Suck it out my throat for me.
That's fucking gross. Send it in a jar.
Eat it out. Eat it out. Eat it out.
Send it in a jar and I'll fucking do it.
Stick your tongue into my throat and slurp
in your throat.
out
Hey, yo.
fucking
Not for
mucus
free. Not
like
for free.
a goddamn anteater. Like a
You better subscribe to my Patreon.
like
Yeah, that's not happening.
like a butterfly slurping nectar out of a flower. Do that.
why are you so descriptive?
Because if I'm not, it's not
a
as
dream
funny.
that he's. I think it's a dream that he's always
Yeah,
seen.
I'm
like
getting bonerific right now. What the fuck?
Well, I guess I'll just take what you said and then I'll answer it, right?
Yeah,
so
the overall though, my whole thing is my parents more influenced me to be better than them and to not be them. Not to say I have bad parents, it's just I disagree with their idea of
This is the Way Podcast.
The militias needed to have a heads up that I was coming.
I personally think they didn't, liken chess.
So that's how deep the addiction goes.
I've been incarcerated most of my life.
They've been given no option, either join or die.
Snipers, and it was a military.
Having a conversation with Bill.
It just sounds so rough. Like it's this constant juggling. All right, you have to worry about these inmates. Then you have to worry about now they're out of prison. Now you have to worry about the court cases. Now you.
Yeah, it was like I was busy all day.
So they can make a profit.
Yeah, I can't see any purpose for it. I mean, like you just said, and I'm sure the studies have proven. Because if I want to get ice cream, I don't have a guy buy the ice cream for $4 and then sell it to me for $6. Why are you here again? Why did I need that?
That's a good analogy. So, I mean,
all these things matter, right? If somebody's dead from an overdose, I don't care how good of a job you could have done with them to fix their addiction problems. They're dead. You're not talking to them. We need to get much more practical. And the argument that I make, you asked in the beginning, what is addiction?
J. Cole came and hung out most of the choir session. And he comes and he stands next to me and he just jaw on the floor. He's like,
"They're over here, so look over here." I was like, there's nothing crazy about it. So yeah, it was fun, man.
I forget the name of the movie, but a movie pops in my head where the guy's literally like, okay, now show me strength, now growl, now show me weakness, all that stuff. There wasn't any of that. It's just,
of course.
That film is famously visually gorgeous.
Satisfied.
And that's a huge no-no. China is
extraterrestrials would come from the extra land.
Smash the glass. Smash the glass.
There's been a generation of unemployed people. A generation of
This
sick
isn't normal.
people.
It shouldn't be normal. The plastic that you see littering in the environment, and that there's something that you can do about it.
This has been The Way Podcast. If you want to know more about The Way Podcast, go to podcasttheway.com.
Life.
No, I get it, bro. I mean, I totally understand. I kind of feel the same way, but with my grandparents, because that's who raised me, right? They definitely influenced me in the direction of, like, they want me to be serious. They wanted me to be like this perfect model, or like this canvas that they could work on, basically. And it's like, although I kind of appreciated the fact that they were so hands-on, like with me, where it's like, okay, we want you to do this. We know this is not going to work out if you do this. It's like, I was very careful, and I still am careful with like who I share my energy with. Yeah. So I definitely like feel like they influenced me on that kind of like, you know, aspect of my life. But they didn't influence everything around me. Obviously, like I have, you know, my peers, and I have, you know, my classmates and stuff like that, where they would influence me to try new things. Because like for me, I feel like I'm a person that doesn't really want to try new things. Like maybe I'll do it once in a while, but overall, like if it, you know, if it works for me, why change it? You know, I always had that kind of philosophy where it's like, okay, I don't really want to try this other flavor of pizza or whatever, this other topping or whatever, but now this other person, this other like classmate or peer of mine or friend of mine like wanted to try this. I was like, okay, you know what, fuck it, I might as well. So like smaller things like that, I feel like, yes, other people around me do influence me. But when it comes to like my grandparents specifically, they obviously had like the biggest influence me on like forever, because like I can't really change that. Like there's certain habits where it's like it's so hard to break. I feel like there's habits where it's kind of just instilled into us, where it's like it doesn't really matter how hard we try to break it, it's just like part of us. So it's kind of crazy to think about like overall. But yeah, do you guys ever think about the influence you have on other people, or
oh yeah, I'll go first. As you know, I'm a fucking god, so it's really hard. Okay. Overall, I have like a bunch of younger siblings, like a little pack of these niggas, and I see my influence on them a bunch. Like I used to have this thing where I used to be like send you the boss like DA instead of THE, and it was so cringy. And one of my younger siblings, we used to put that as his screen name on like all his projects and stuff too, because he looked up to me, and I used to fucking hate it so fucking much. Like, don't fucking sit, nerd. But yeah, so I used to think about it, and I was like, damn, this is kind of nasty. I hate it. And one of my other brother does it too. Like at the moment, he still does it. Like the other one stopped. Like the older one stopped, but the youngest still does it every now and then. And I found it adorable. My little sister likes to write in her notebook and like say she's writing stories. One of my younger brothers started writing a story too. Like, cause we used to write like actual like novelizations rather than like screenplays. And my other brother, he likes a bunch of the animes I watch. He comes up to me, asks me any animes that I'm into right now. He asks me about any shit that I like. The other day he asked me about One Piece. You know how good One Piece is? This nigga is caught up to One Piece. That is 1,000+ chapters, bro. This nigga has read all of it simply because I told him like a year ago I like One Piece a lot, and he caught up to it and reads it with me. Like he'll like come up to me and be like, it came out today, and wait for me to get home so we could talk about it. And I'm like, bro, like in terms of my siblings, my influence on them has been like a cultural one, I guess you could say. And in a lot of ways, they see me as like this sort of person to aspire to, and I personally find that endearing as fuck. You know, it's adorable, it's cute, I love it, and I hope that I can one day be as an influence in a point that they can even overtake me. They adopt the same mantra of audacity to be more, and they continue to push forward and not only just live as somebody that wants to be like me, but somebody that wants to be better than me. That's what I want for anybody that in some way I've inspired. I know I've had a friend tell me recently that he felt inspired to start writing novels again, because he used to write them a lot. But when he read my screenplay, he was like, bro, you wrote 50 pages, blah blah blah. And I used to write them too. I was like, yeah, really? He's like, yeah, I'm gonna start writing again. I was like, oh wow, that's gay. But he did it. And then like we started the podcast. Somebody was like, oh yeah, you know, I think I'm gonna start making fucking YouTube videos, because like I always wanted to, and you're doing it, and it's like, wow. And you already have like 80 subs. You know, we have 93 now. Please sub,
please.
Yeah, and if you're liking your content, you should like it, subscribe,
so I
share with
I
your
can
friend,
save
and
my
comment.
legs. I have to go to Yonkers. I mean, is it Yonkers? No, it's Albany. I have to go to Albany now to go save my legs. Or is it New Rochelle? I forgot where she moved, but Gabby's gonna save my legs. That's why. So I have to go all the way upstate to the capital of New York State to get my legs saved.
Lexus?
My legs waxes.
Oh, yeah?
But it was
Yeah,
waxed. That wasn't saved, right? If we hit 100.
Waxed.
Yeah, we're really close. We need, what, 7 at the moment, at the current release of this video. I hope it stays.
Anyway, yes, like the video. You know, it's free. You know, you could always unsubscribe, but I would prefer it if you just subscribe and just keep us.
Oh, goodness.
But like I said,
enough of that.
I feel like everybody inspires at least one person in their life, and personally, I'm happy to at least see the influence I've had on the people in my life that I care for, and I at least hope that, God willing, if this podcast, and if not just the podcast, but like my other endeavors get big enough where I can form a community around me, or if not a community, at least like 3 people that genuinely look at my stuff and go, wow, like this is really cool. I want to do something similar. Like I would fucking love it. I mean, I could say a little bit more, but I'm gonna set the fuck up, because
yeah, shut the fuck up. I mean,
shut the fuck up.
Yeah, the only other thing I want to say is I personally want to even make a little community for like smaller, I guess you could say like low income areas, so that they're able to kind of pursue like film and storytelling and story writing, which is something that I personally value a lot. So I'm working on that project as well, but that's like really far ahead in terms of influences.
What an ambitious idea, bro.
How about you ambitious my dick in your butt?
Okay, shake that ass. Anyway, Doka.
Do I think about the influence I have on other people?
Yes.
No, I honestly don't think about it too often. I
quite
frankly
think about it now.
I am thinking about it now.
What I goddamn ass.
Anyway, I don't think I really influence people. Yeah. I just
Wow.
nah. Nah, I'm not gonna leave it that short. I can relate to Amari. You know, I have nieces that gravitate to the things I like to do, like hobbies wise, like play video games and anime to my nieces. You know, they'd be like, Theo, did you watch this? Oh, Theo, do you have the new game for this? And it's a conversation, and it's only
if
because
you couldn't
of me.
tell by the Spanish, he's Spanish.
Oh, am I? I am. Whoa.
Simmer down, young man. Simmer down.
Holy fuck. Can I say it? Do I have the pass to say?
What are you gonna say?
Well, shut the fuck up.
What's that word again?
Nesquik.
Nino.
Nino.
I speak Spanish too, guys.
Yes, he does. Yeah, he definitely does. Yup. Anyway, other than that, like I can relate to again saying I can relate to Senju that I have the influence over my younger like I was gonna say siblings. I only have one younger sibling, but other than that, I don't feel like I influence anyone else other than them. You know, in terms of friends, no, I don't think I influence them. If anything, I persuade them, you know, to like join me in certain aspects, so I won't be as lonely and actually have fun and interact with my fucking friends. You know.
Thank you.
There was a point in time where you know, our baby Helson told me I influenced him to do a couple of things. But other than that, no, I don't really think I have an impact that fucking power to influence someone do anything really.
Well, don't underestimate your worth, King, and don't underestimate yourself in general, bitch. I mean, Doka.
Bitch, it's Doka. Doka.
Yeah,
bitch.
Doka bitch. New nickname. Well, yes, for myself, my influence that I've had on other people, I haven't really thought about it until not
That's
too
what I
long-
said. No, what the
not
fuck?
until too long ago, anyway. Because I don't really like to think about like myself in the grand scheme of things, right? Like how you know, do I affect other people? How do I influence other people, etc., etc., basically the same kind of shit. But I've had people come up to me and just generally tell me that, you know, okay, you know, if it wasn't for me like telling them X, Y, and Z, that they wouldn't have been able to just be themselves or be free or be heard, you know, stuff like that. And that's coming from people that I used to like be in program with, or like high school, college, basically like any place that I've like ever really like decided to like put my time into.
Helson, you influenced me, man. You know, I was ready to end it all, and you helped me. You helped me realize that. Fuck, what did you do?
I don't like where you're going with this.
I don't
A little
remember.
sarcastic. Thank you, Senju.
No, continue, please. No, I want to hear this.
I actually don't remember.
Okay, thank God. All right, so yes, I've had a lot of people tell me that I influence them, that I'm a good kind of influence, that they want to keep me around because of that good influence. But at the same time, when people tell me that, it's like, damn, like I don't want it to be about me, you know, like this is just who I am. I just want it to be about them and like their progress and their growth because it's their life, you know, it's not my life. I just so happen to be a part of it, you know, like I'm very grateful to a lot of the people in my life, you know, who I have so far, who I've met before. And it's like, damn, bro, like we could all be networking together, you know, be close to each other and just like share all this information and like influence each other. And it's like, it's gonna always be expanding. And it's like, damn, bro, like that's such a beautiful thing that, you know, just based off one interaction, you could have so much impact and influence on a person where it's like, damn, bro, like, you know, if I didn't go out of my way, you know, in middle school and said a dumb joke to Doka, we would have never really been that close. Or if I never would have wanted to participate in a mirror exercise, like, you know, then I wouldn't have been that close to Senju. And it's like the very small things, like, okay, I understand like where my influence like goes and like how strong it could be just based off one small little thing. And I guess
we never interacted in high school.
Okay, but and the last question I have for you is just, you know, do you think your influence could be bad? Like, you know, have you ever thought of it as like a bad thing, you know, like, oh shit, like maybe I shouldn't have cursed in front of my nephew or my niece, or you know, something that small, or you know, it could be bigger than that too.
So
Can you repeat the question real quick? Please?
No, wait,
I
So
didn't-
do you think that your influence could have been like bad, basically?
You want to go first, Sanju, or you want me? I'll go first.
So I'll go first. Overall, I'm pretty much a decent human being, you know. So I don't know if I really have bad influences. I think the worst I can get to, the worst I get to as in terms of this bad influence is that I have a very strong distaste for authoritative figures and powers. Cause like a lot of the time, shit does not make sense when niggas say it. I don't mind if like somebody tells me something, I'm like, you know what, that does make reasonable sense. But I'm the type of person where like if I can't find genuine meaning in something, I'm just gonna stare at the like person telling me to do it. Like, why the fuck am I doing this, or why the fuck are you saying that? Like, it doesn't make sense. And I guess that's kind of wrong, cause one of my younger siblings, my younger brother, who's like, I think 16 right now. He's like pushing 16. That nigga has my attitude in terms of like authority, but like on 20. Like, he cursed out his teacher the other day because she told him to like, she told him to be quiet, but he got mad because he was like, he wasn't the only one talking. And it's like, that's some shit I do, and I'm like, I hate fucking authority figures. So yeah, and I also see it at like my workplace. Like, I kind of have this very like chill, laid back energy and attitude to a lot of life. If like it doesn't necessarily pertain to any interests I have, so people have noticed that, so they're more willing to like call me over for situations because I'm not a dick about it. I'm usually like, yeah, whatever. Like, you know, you figure out what to do. Or like, hey man, if you want to give them a discount on this product, you do it. I'll do whatever you want me to do. And they're just like, bro, what are you, tell me what to do? And I'm like, no, because I guess in a way that's just a bad influence. I feel like people deserve autonomy and you know, do whatever you want. But I know that like it's more, it depends on the situation. But I feel like it's any situation, you should be able to do kind of whatever the fuck you want. You know, with the little context, blah blah blah. But yeah, that's basically what I mean.
Cute. So I think I have a bad influence that my actions will have.
You are on me. You curse all the time. Make me curse all the time.
Yeah, other than that, I don't think I'm a piece of shit. I think I know my actions have consequences, so I've been very. Were you gonna say something? Are you gonna say something, motherfucker? Spit it out. Spit it out, motherfucker.
I'm sorry.
I'm a spitter it.
Oh?
What?
Oh? What? Oh, hold on.
My bad. Doku, go ahead.
Yeah, again, I don't think I'm a piece of shit, so I think I have an understanding. I think I have understanding that my actions have consequences, and if they have consequences, my actions will have impact on others. So I think I'm very aware of what to do and how to do things.
Yeah.
Again, I try not to be a piece of shit. I understand that people have feelings and that I have to respect them, you know? No matter if I feel different towards them or I feel different about what they feel towards it or whatever.
He cursed me out the other day. Like, for everybody listening, he cursed me out.
Because you're being a piece of shit, you piece of shit.
Feel better.
See, there
again, I can see how certain things that I do will have a bad influence onto other people. For example, I do have a nicotine addiction that I can see that if so, like my family see that, or like, well, speaking for like towards my nieces, if they were to see that, they're like, oh, he's doing it, so when I'm older, I could do it. You know, he's drinking, he's going out with his friends, so I should be able to do that when I'm older. I can see how that's gonna backfire on me. Yeah, I try to not be a piece of shit. So my influence isn't bad.
But you are a piece of shit.
Yeah, to my friends, and you know what? I love you, and you love me, and we're one big happy family.
Right,
Don't
Barney.
sue me. Don't sue me,
Thanks,
bro.
Barney.
No, no, you gotta say no. Now the fucking
Yeah,
purple dinosaur's gonna sue me. You piece of.
There's the bad influence right there.
Nigga, Barney gonna give you back shots, nigga.
Oh.
You're gonna give him neck.
I hope that purple dinosaur does.
No, no.
You think he got the slong?
Anyway,
He had a schlong, yo.
anyway,
Like using that imagination, like yo, that imagination go crazy, bro.
Talking about his neck game either.
Barney, give me that Barney Lucy. I don't know the proper way to say it. Ay.
I see the bad influence you have, bro. I see it firsthand.
Go towards the light.
Okay, bad.
Go
So,
touch the grass. Is that what you said?
Go towards the light.
Oh, towards the light. Oh. I was like, damn, he's really going for him. Like, what the fuck happened?
I guess that works too.
oh, thank you. I'm alright, thank you. So, when I think about my bad influence,
Is it your? No, I'm not gonna say it.
Is it your crack addiction?
of
Or is
course,
it your porn addiction?
yep, even better. So
I just gotta say, I have a porn addiction. There's nothing wrong with it. Okay.
You know
that's
what?
Matic would say.
Before you go to tell me your opinion about your bad influence, Sanju. I think it's Sanju. Hudson. I want to ask you, Sanju, how do you feel about masturbating? Do you image yourself hunched over and doing yourself?
What? What? Hunched over and doing myself?
So the other day I was on TikTok and this guy was like, "Oh, porn is bad for you. Here's why. Imagine yourself jerking off in a room, and jerking off. Do you want to be that guy hunched over, jerking off? No, it doesn't look right, right?" And then I was just like, I clicked off and I was like, "This is what the fuck was that?" So I tried to do the same thing to you, but it didn't work.
I mean, like, just to answer the question, no. I mean, if you're in a relationship and you want to watch porn or masturbate or whatever, as long as you're not fantasizing about a real life person that you know, go ahead, do what you want. Especially if your partner is not giving you sex or can't give you sex, you might as well just
Got him.
That's my opinion. Like,
While your partner withholds sex from you, man?
no, it's like that's my opinion about beating off and jerking off.
Oh, okay, no, I was just trying to bait. But yeah, as I
sex
was
with you all the time.
saying,
What are you talking
before
about?
you, Doka deviated away from what I was
Don't
saying.
ignore what I just said.
Alright. Nope.
And-
You know what you said.
No.
Anyway,
what are your bad influences, Housen? You slut. You dirty girl.
Okay.
Oh, I fucking love it when you.
I do have a bad tendency to curse. I've been trying to stop that for a while, but
Yeah, you curse a lot.
I realized that I didn't think it was that bad until I heard my nephew like just, verbatim just.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Did a bunch of shit, and I was like, "Whoa, who do you learn that from?" He's like, "From you, uncle," and I'm like, "Oh my goodness."
I really hope he was trolling that day,
No,
though.
that's mad funny. Oh my god.
And I'm like, bro, like this cannot be real.
Nigga said, "Where'd you learn that from?" Oh
But in
shit.
that moment, I was like, "Damn, like I think I fucked up." But yeah, he told me like, "Nah, it wasn't for me."
Did your sibling find out?
No, it didn't get to that point, but it did get me thinking like, okay, well, if this is like,
maybe I'm
a bad
wild.
influence, like shit, man, like this is something. This is definitely something, all right.
Yeah, I feel you.
But I don't think it's anything greater than that. Like when it comes to like my bad influences, at least not that I know of yet. I guess I have another tendency to be toxic or maybe a little bit more selfish than I want
Tell
to
me
be.
about it.
Yeah, of course I'm telling you right now, bitch.
Tell me more though. Tell me.
So, yes, being selfish has never really been something that I want to be like associated with, because all my life I've been trying to like give back or like be there for others and like be there for others, even if it meant like, fucking my health over, shit like that. Like it would get that far. It would go that far. So that's another bad habit right there. Like another bad like influence on like myself, where it's like, damn, bro, I'm putting other people before me, even like if it's affecting me in like my mental health or me physically. Um, and like that would influence like other people. Like I don't want people to take away like that aspect of like who I am, where it's like, damn, like okay, if he's like, you know, giving it his all at all times, firing on all cylinders, like I should do the same. Like, nah, bro, like you should definitely take a break. And I have to practice what I preach, you know, shit like that. So I definitely want to like take more control over like that kind of narrative and like that bad influence. I feel like it's a bad influence. Like to be too much of something in general would be like a definition for me of a bad influence. So yeah, I mean, with that being said, you know, I don't know if you guys have anything to say other than, you know, like, subscribe, share your shit, share our shit, you know.
I had another thing to ask, you know.
Do you really?
Yeah.
What is it?
What the fuck made you think about impact and influence on others today? Like, why did you? What went through your head today that made you?
Well, every time you lead a podcast, I feel like I just had a conversation with my therapist.
As you should.
No,
this is therapeutic. This is for you. I want to listen to you.
I wanted
you
this
hear me.
to be me making fun of homeless people. Let me stop.
Wow, you're actually a piece of shit.
I was actually gonna bring up another thing, but there's no time. If anybody's wondering what it was, Eric, the new mayor of New York City, has just implemented. Did I finish saying it?
He's tearing down in like homeless like camps and stuff.
Yeah,
and
encampments.
He was out partying like the night before. Like,
yeah, he was out partying at a fucking Wells Fargo's party, which was celebrating a new credit card for rich people to pay rent with.
Wow, what a piece of shit.
Literally a piece of shit.
And yeah, every time they asked him like, oh,
he kept the
what about the raids? What about the homeless? He just walked away basically. I was like, bro, like what a piece
like when
of
he was
shit.
like straight up asked about it, he didn't know what to say. He just walked off, which was like, in my opinion, like very telling. It's like, you know, you're literally pushing these people. He actually also cut, I think, I might be wrong with the exact number, but I think it's like $61 million he cut from like homeless outreach programs, like not like the government ones for the U.S. city. And it's like, where the fuck did that money go? He's also cracking down on policing and on subways for homeless people. So if you haven't noticed a lot of homeless people on your subways, that's why. But in all honesty, the best way I could say this is that the moral of the story is that politicians are gonna always appeal to rich people because of lobbying. Like, there's definitely a group of more like wealthier New Yorkers that were complaining about the growing impact of the homeless on areas of the city, instead of, you know, funding actual things that could help them, like fucking, I don't know, a new seltzer, or like turning some of the buildings that fucking de Blasio was fucking working on into homeless shelters or outreach centers. They haven't. So
quick thing, do you know what's his solution for like people who are homeless? Like, what
he doesn't have one.
Nope, he avoided it. Nope,
he doesn't have one. As far as
he said was that
causing a problem and fucking fixing one. What the
he's not.
Whatever.
Yeah, he's literally gonna cause another. Because all you're doing is just pushing these people out now. Like, because all these people are gonna do is find new places to settle. And on top of that, if you looked at the video, which was like kind of heartbreaking, they're grabbing these people's like belongings and like crushing it. Like, some people had tents, some people had beds, some people had blow up beds. They were just taking it and throwing it into the back of garbage trucks, which was like, in my heart, like kind of heartbreaking, because it was like, damn, like now that person that at least had something to help with the cold, because New York City winters is not no goddamn joke. They're asked out, like they have to sleep somewhere cold now. And like, there was people, I saw somebody, they like kicked somebody off their bed and took the bed from them, and they had like a bunch of police there to also like stop the homeless from doing it. It was just like, bro, what are we doing right now? What are we doing right now? Because you're just causing displacement, if anything, because you're not giving them somewhere else to go. You're not giving them something else to do. You're just inconveniencing them, and then they're gonna start looking for somewhere to go.
Why the fuck wasn't this the newsstand? Huh?
I forgot about it, to be honest.
Fair enough.
I think the other thing was that he doesn't want people to record police. He's like, oh, stay away from like the police, stop recording them, this and that. And obviously that just means that they could get away with like more bullshit in general. So obviously keep recording the police, keep doing that. But yeah, that was the other thing. And I was like, wow, like we really elected this guy? Like, come on, bro. What the fuck was going on? But yeah, and then to answer what Doko was asking me earlier, I'm just learning about it in school, like being more in tune with like influence, impact, etc. And I was like, I might as well try to like get interesting conversations and like stuff, from you guys. So I figured, yeah, might as well try.
I mean, overall, like, I hated it. I hate this situation, to be honest. It's really weird to really, like, because in all honesty, anybody could end up homeless. Like, it's literally, like, not that hard. Like, if, God forbid, my apartment building burned down, I'd probably be homeless. I don't know if I could find anywhere else to live in any short period of time. And I think that's the biggest issue that humans as a community have, which is this empathy and compromising and communication. Those three things is like humanity sucks at, and for whatever reason, niggas don't get it. Like they don't. And
Yo, Housen, real quick, is he lagging on you on your end, or are you hearing perfectly fine? He's lagging for you as well. Oh, he's lagging. You're lagging like a bitch over here.
Fucking Housen lagging for me.
Oh, he sounds fine to me. This whole entire podcast. For me and for you, you're just lagging like here and there.
Well, it doesn't matter what you think, because I'm recording,
well,
so now he's lagging for everybody.
We gotta move in already.
Anyways, gonna have to. No, I'm not gonna say that. But yeah, I guess that's basically it. If you guys want us to talk about the homeless displacement and Eric, I don't know his last name, to be honest. The mayor Eric's new.
Fuck him.
Huh?
He's a fuck him.
Fuck him. I thought you said his last name. I was like, his last name is fuck.
Yeah, his last name is fuck him.
Eric fuck him. Mayor Eric fuck him. Oh yeah, fuck that nigga for real though. Like, he's really. I don't know what the word is.
He's a piece of work. That guy.
He's a piece of shit. Like, it feels like he's not to say de Blasio or fucking, who was a mayor before him? Bloomberg or whatever the fuck.
Last name is Phyllis.
Good try.
Phyllis Brown.
That was so close. So close.
I already knew who the last mayor was before de Blasio, dickhead. Like, you were gonna catch me.
No, I said Eric Phyllis. That's what I said.
Oh, like, I won't lie. You said it before. I already know his last name starts with an A. Dickhead. But yeah, fuck the mayor of New York City.
Thank you for listening to
Thank you guys for enjoying the Internet Cafe content podcast Pornhub thing. We are out of here.
I hope you swim.
I hope you drown.
I hope you float.
I don't know. I hope fucking this video gets more than like 10 fucking likes. I mean views. Our content is dying.
I wanna swing from.
Please like, guys, so we know. If we don't get 3 likes, we're not. At the least, we're not gonna make another video. I'm lying. I'm lying. Good night.
Good night.
Hope John.
Pixar same sex added in what?
What?